Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Letter Live here from GlenOak High School. I am joined by my broadcast partner, Mike Popovich. My name is Aiden Brueck. Mike, from the repository, you see a lot of these McKinley Bulldogs. You see a lot of the GlenOak Golden Eagles playing Township, really reigning strong in this. A ball just hit the table. So sorry about that. Anyways, Mike, big game for Federal League implications tonight. GlenOak comes off a big win from the Hall of Fame Hoops Invitational, winning against Brunswick. Brunswick with a commanding victory over Green, signaling they're not a team to mess with. GlenOak, commanding win that also proves that they're not a team to mess with, especially being a step above this Brunswick team. McKinley comes off of a shootout against Lake, and I'm talking shootout, but it was more of a blowout than it was anything else. Winning by 33 points, McKinley takes the win over the Lake Blue Streaks last Friday at the Fieldhouse. But tonight, it's GlenOak versus McKinley. We're just coming off a girls doubleheader where McKinley beat the girls GlenOak team in a very close contest. So if that's any indication, Mike, let's see what happens.
Well, yeah, and what have we been saying for the past couple of weeks? You know, we'd love to see a close game. We have the potential to see that tonight between McKinley and GlenOak. Two very good basketball programs over the years. We saw McKinley, one of the best games I've seen McKinley play in a while against Lake. Not only from their offense, but just their relentless defense that night. And then GlenOak coming into this season, they lose a great player like Ja'Cory Lipkins, scored 25 points a game for him. Jalen McElroy, a very good defensive player. So, but they have good pieces coming back this season. Reese Zerger, a big man, a Walsh University recruit, and Bryce Broom at point guard. Coming into the game 2-2. They're a lot like Hoover last night. They were coming off a loss on Friday night, and then they go to the Hall of Fame Hardwood Hoops Classic, and they beat a very good Brunswick team, a team they lost to in regionals last year.
Yeah, and so like we were saying, this GlenOak team beat Brunswick, especially after all the adversity that they had faced last year. This GlenOak team is not one that you want to mess with, and we got the chance to talk with GlenOak head coach
Rick Hairston,
before the game. Here he is.
All right, Rick, 2-2 on the season coming into tonight's game against McKinley. Just kind of give me your assessment on how things have gone for you guys so far this season.
Oh, you know what? I think we're playing pretty good basketball. We have a couple of really tough losses and a couple of pretty good wins against Central Catholic and Brunswick. And you know, we're breaking in some new players, and of course we're trying to replace that 25 points a night that we got from Ja'Cory Lipkins, and we're trying to replace the defense that we got from Jalen McElroy. And you know, we have some young guys that are very capable. Reese Zerger is off to a great start, averaging 16 points a game, and he's officially committed to going to Walsh next year. So you know, we're pretty happy and we're pretty proud about that. And you know, our point guard Bryce Broom is off to a pretty good start, and you know, we have some youngsters. Issa White's a junior that's playing pretty good basketball, and we have a couple of sophomores in the rotation, and another senior, Elliot Devine, is showing that he's a pretty good basketball player. So we're still trying to learn what we need to do, how to do it, and when to do it. But we're thinking that we could be a pretty competitive basketball team if we play the right way. And tonight is one of those nights where you're going to have to play the right way, because these McKinley Bulldogs are as talented as you've seen in the last. I mean, I guess it's a standard there that you're going to beat them. You're going to play some pretty good basketball, and they're long, they're athletic, they're quick, they have good shooting, and I just think Reed Sims is probably the best player in Stark County. So, you know, we'll pay special attention to him defensively, but we're just going to try to get out and play the way we play and see what happens here.
Yeah. One thing I noticed about them when I saw them play earlier this season was defensively, they're just relentless.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, they're at every spot on the floor. They're pretty athletic. They're pretty quick. And you have to give young Sean Witherspoon a lot of credit. He's done a good job of getting these guys ready to play high school basketball.
Okay. Thanks, Rick. Good luck.
Thank you very much.
All right.
We also had the opportunity to talk with McKinley head coach Sean Weatherspoon before the game. Here's that interview for you right now.
High intense game. Both sides understand what this game means to both sides. Coach Harrison does a great job with his program. They're going to come out and play extremely hard. We got to match that intensity. Be ready to go.
Yeah, so obviously the last we saw of McKinley, that Mike and I were there, Anthony Chaves had a great game, just goes up, gets a bunch of points for you guys, a little bit off the tail end of Reed Sims as well. I mean, those are two big guys that you can really put on the floor and, command that offense, and especially on defense as well. I mean, you got more kids than just those two. So, I mean, really, at the end of the day, what does it come down to when you're trying to get this ball moved around and on defense when you're trying to position around?
Just playing together. All 5 guys on one accord, understand their job, understand the game plan. Just fighting through adversity. Not trying to play hero ball, especially in a game like this. Like I said, just playing together. For 32 minutes, and hopefully we come out and get a win.
Yeah, obviously Lipkin's gone this year, but they still got Bryce Broom, who was a big piece of their guard game last year. What's your key to shutting him down?
Find him early. He's the the gasoline to their fire. He pushes the tempo very, very hard. He finds his partner in crime, Reed Zerger, in transition a lot. So we got to find him early, get the ball out of his hands, make other people beat us. If we do that, I think we'll be in good shape.
Yeah, I mean, what's your outlook for tonight? It's just what you've been saying?
Yeah, man, just come out, play hard, play defense, play Cam McKinley basketball.
Mike, we are back after that wonderful rendition of the national anthem by the GlenOak Pep Band. Go GlenOak Pep Band. But before we get started, we're going to walk you down through our starters for tonight. Mike, let's hear the GlenOak side.
All right, for the GlenOak Golden Eagles, 5'11" senior guard Bryce Broom, 6'2" senior forward Jackson Kendrick, a 6' senior forward Lisbon James, a 6'1" junior guard Issa White, and a 6'6" senior center Reese Zerger.
Zerger going to be a big player on the GlenOak side of the ball tonight. We're going to see a lot of him. We're going to see a lot of Bryce Broom. Like Coach Hairston said, it's going to be the lighter fuel that fuels this GlenOak offense. Now, on the McKinley side of things, we start number 0, Javion Carter, a 6' junior guard who comes in a playmaker, 12.3 points per game so far this year. Next, we have Anthony Shavers, a 6'4" junior forward. Now, we saw a lot of Shavers last week against Lake, and he had some pretty flashy plays, but also had some very good facilitation. Next up, we have Jalen Jeter, a 5'10" senior guard, rather. Jalen Jeter, reliable defensive guy, okay? He's a lockdown on the point, and that's really nice to have, especially when you're a little bit undersized for your position. Next up, we got Ed Webster, 6'3" junior forward. Ed Webster, efficient field goal rating of 55%. Doesn't take as many shots as his teammates, but he does come in successful when he has the opportunities. Next up, we have number 30. Last up, Reed Sims Jr. He's the guy for McKinley. Reed Sims Jr. is going to be the anchor for this McKinley offense and defense, both in the paint and outside in the perimeter, Mike.
Well, yeah, you wonder how pumped Reed Sims Jr. is to play against GlenOak. GlenOak was his dad's team, and now he's playing for McKinley, so see how well he does tonight.
All right, tipping off for the GlenOak Golden Eagles, we have Reese Zerger. For the Pups, Anthony Shavers. Shavers, a high jumper, can't come down with it, and that's going to be Zerger who wins the tip-off. Bryce Broom commanding this offense now. He's at the logo. He's going to be guarded by number 3, Jalen Jeter. Tries to get right by Jeter. A quick fire, pulled up by Jackson Kendrick. Can't come down with it, and that's going to be a quick turnover after a first series of events. Number 0, Javion Carter puts up a 3. He's got it! Another 3 from Javion Carter. We saw a lot of that out of him against his team, or for his squad against Lake. Bryce Broom gets the inbound from his teammate. Now, guarded by Jeter once more, he'll have to fast break down the line, and he'll reset now at the GO in the middle of the court. McKinley's Issa White driving through. Quick floater, no good. That's going to be poked out, and that's going to go right back into the hands of the Golden Eagles. Bryce Broom on the inbound for GlenOak. Ball's turned over immediately off of a tip. Jalen Jeter goes up and in. He's got a layup for the Bulldogs. It is a quick 5-0 start now for the Bulldogs. McKinley 5, GlenOak 0. 7 minutes left to go here in the first.
How many times did we see that McKinley defense be a factor against Lake? They're a factor early
Zerger
on.
puts up a 3. Excuse me, Mike. Keep going.
All right, ball's tipped out of bounds, and will be maintain GlenOak possession here, or McKinley possession.
Now, McKinley's Jalen Jeter on the inbound, gets it to Shavers. Carter has it now at the left side. We're going to see a 3 popped up here by Jeter. No, we won't. He'll slip inside. Actually slips on his feet, figuratively and literally, giving the ball over to GlenOak. Now we have Lisbon James on the pass to Broom on the right side. Broom looking to step back. He's guarded by Carter, and he's going to reset. Zergo looking for a cut underneath, but Broom crosses over. He's at the key. Quick pass over to Jackson Kendrick, and now Kendrick guarded by Sims. Haven't seen a lot of Sims tonight. Looks for a foul on him, but won't grab it. Bryce Broom now resetting at the logo for the Golden Eagles.
Now McKinley just pressuring the ball like we saw them against Lake.
McKinley, like we said, pressuring the ball, but Issa White can't get it in. He goes up for a 3 and won't come down with it. That ball ricochets out the rim. Inside is Ed Webster. Webster, we didn't actually hear from him beginning this broadcast, but Webster switched his numbers before the season. Apparently I hadn't updated my boards. Zerger's got it on the left side. He's going to pass that off to White. And now White, guarded by Shavers, goes inside to Zerger. Zerger posts up inside, loses it off of a travel, and that's going to be a McKinley ball.
Well, quick 7-0 start for McKinley. Type of start they wanted to need, they needed in this game. 3 different scores so far.
McKinley inbounds it to Jeter. Shavers cuts under. Sims has it at the 3-point line. He'll look to cross over. Why not pull one up? He'll grab it. No foul taken, but he's got a 3. And that's already a 3 for the McKinley Bulldogs. A quick start now. GlenOak down 10. Scoreless here after 3 minutes in the first. McKinley 10, GlenOak 0. McKinley commanding lead.
Yeah, that's how we saw Reed Sims get into a fast start against Lake. Big 3, couple more. McKinley up 10-0. 4 different guys in the scorebook already. GlenOak takes a timeout.
Now McKinley coming back on the court. We're looking at a lot of guys that are playing really good basketball. Now, obviously, that's the already stated. You don't need to state it. McKinley's got a lot of talented guys. We saw them in warm-ups. GlenOak's got a lot of talented guys. We saw them in warm-ups. Everybody in this game is going to try and contribute to their own game, and if Sims can do that tonight for the Bulldogs, he'll be just fine, especially just contributing that 3 at the end.
When you see a team like McKinley play as good as they have so early in the season, you have to wonder how they're going to be toward the end when all this cohesiveness gels.
Broom goes inside to his buddy inside. Kendrick, he's grabbed it. Sims has it on the left side. Looking to kick one out. Carter's putting up a 3. No good. It's off the back of the rim. And Broom carrying it down the court for the Golden Eagles after a rebound by Zerger. He'll look to drop it off to his teammate, Kendrick. And Kendrick passes it right back out to Issa White. Issa White driving inside, guarded by 2 men. Ball's plucked out of his hands. Sims takes it down the court. Fast firing, puts up a lob, and that's up and in. Quick lob up inside to his teammate, Anthony Shavers.
Well, Anthony Shavers, some flashy dunks against Lake. Is able just to lay it in easy on that lob.
Broom, double team, has to get it outside to Zerger, who falls outside, and that's going to be a turnover on the Golden Eagles. It's now going to go into McKinley possession after a quick turnover of events there for GlenOak.
Boy, 12 first quarter points for McKinley. We're not even halfway through the quarter yet.
No, we're not, Mike, but GlenOak does have 2 off of that nice Jackson Kendrick 2. And now, Jalen Jeter for the Bulldogs passes it off to Chavers, who gets it to Sims. At the key, it's Webster. Driving inside now, Jeter puts one up and in. He's got another tonight.
Wow, that's a nice strong move there by Jeter. One of the smallest guys on the floor, but still able to get the layup.
White pushed back by his defenders. Trying to cross up Chavers. Passes it off to Lisbon James. Lisbon James now has it. He'll drive inside. Zerger is out. Pop out to Jackson Kendrick. He's got a 3. No good. Sims Jr. took one out. And now rebounded by Lisbon James. Sims has a 3. Decides not to use it. He'll post up instead, but it looks like he's going to go for another pass, but he's got an easy up and in for another 2. Sims. He's got 5 on the night for the Bulldogs now. White almost breaks Chavers. On the left side, it's Kendrick, turns it over, and now looking in stride, Broom comes up with the interception. Wrong sport, same outcome. Broom, swivel around, kicks it out. That's Kendrick. He's got it. Knock it down.
Well,
and that's Issa White, rather. Excuse me.
Boy, that was a nice spin move by Broom to get the ball back to White.
Sims resetting, telling his guys to go back. Looks like outside was Jackson Kendrick, who pushes him outside, and that's going to be a substitution coming in for both teams now.
Well, great composure by GlenOak after that timeout. Rick Harrison wanted to call a quick timeout. Followed behind 10-0. Didn't want McKinley to take command of this game right away. GlenOak doing a good job of staying in it.
Yeah, GlenOak only 9 points behind the McKinley Bulldogs. McKinley 16, GlenOak 7. Broom sets up White. White to Zerger. Inside, it's White. He's got a foul from Chavers, and he'll be headed to the foul stripe now.
Yeah, that's first foul on either team in this game. It's almost 6 minutes in. And Issa White will be going to the free throw line, shooting 2 for GlenOak.
We won't say anything about the free throws, Mike.
Well, I'll just say Issa White is shooting 71% on the season, and he makes the first one.
His second goes up and comes down. Now 9-16, a 7-point lead now for McKinley. Carter hands it off to Bowles. Jaden Bowles, a new substitution coming in for the Bulldogs now. He'll hand that over to Sims, who's on the left side, double teamed. Looks like he's got an easy mid-range, but misses it. Rebounded by Broom, and Broom's going to send this downtown. He's looking down, he's looking up, and he's got White inside. White, quick lay, he's got it.
Oh, great strong move by Issa White. 7 quick points to start the game for him, and he's keeping GlenOak in this.
Carter's got it on the left side. He's double teamed by GlenOak. Now looking inside, he's got Bowles, tries to put one up. Sims, hard foul, lands in the hands of Issa White. White looking like cradling like a baby there.
Well, Issa White's going to get the foul there. Or no, it's going to go on. Elia Devon.
Sims Jr. headed to the line now, Mike. He makes his first one, swishing in. 6-point lead now for the Bulldogs. Excuse me.
Yeah, that's 6 points on the night for Sims. Ended a bit of a McKinley drought there.
Tavion Spencer coming in for the Bulldogs now. Sims Jr. puts up a second, knocks it in. 2 for 2 on his free throws tonight. He hands that over to his teammate. Devin's got it inside. White puts one up, and he's got the and one. Quick lay for the kid, gets him another shot at the free throw line, and that's going to be his second time at the free throw line tonight.
Boy, I like Issa White's aggressiveness there. Just driving into the basket, drawing the foul on Tavion Spencer. White with an opportunity to get into double figures quickly, and he does.
And there we are. He's got 10 of GlenOak's 14.
Well, GlenOak on a 14-8 run since that McKinley start to get within 4.
Ball's flung out to Jeter, who gets it to Bowles. Bowles driving inside, finds Sims outside, looks for a deep 3, crossover, backs up, and that's going to be a reset for McKinley. Elliot Devon coming in for GlenOak, stealing the ball almost, but won't come down with it. Now Jeter resetting for the Bulldogs.
Well, we'll see if McKinley works this down to the end of the quarter. 40 seconds left.
This is a very aggressive GlenOak defense that we're seeing. Obviously, they're not pressed up now, but when they start running in, they'll start closing out. And now that ball is flung over to Jeter on the left side. Jeter's going to have to give that right back to Bowles. Bowles looking on the right perimeter, telling his men to cut. Reed Sims Jr. inside, looking for another cut. Bowles flings it out to Jeter. Jeter slides inside, comes back out. Sims at the key. He'll back up, tries to drive inside, boxed out by White. And now a quick mid-ranger put up by Bowles. He won't come down with it. Ball's rebounded by, Javion Carter. And a 3 taken by Jalen Jeter, who grabs it real quick and comes down with it.
Well, great rebound by Tavion Spencer there to get the ball into the left corner for the 3 for Jalen Jeter. And that wraps up the first quarter from McKinley. They've led the entire way. GlenOak has chipped away and has made a game of it.
Yeah, GlenOak definitely making a game out of this one, Mike. McKinley 21, GlenOak 14 after the first quarter. And that was probably the fastest first quarter we've seen.
Well, yeah, and it's been one of the most competitive that we've seen, too. Like I said, GlenOak jumps out to a 10-0 lead. Rick Harrison, good timeout that he took to keep this game from getting out of hand early, and his team responded. Issa White, 10 first quarter points for the Golden Eagles.
And we thought Zerger was going to be the main player for GlenOak tonight, but it really seems like Issa White stepping up, only a junior. I mean, kid's having one heck of a night.
Yeah, Jackson Kendrick, a big 3 in that quarter for GlenOak. This has always been a very good basketball game from the games I've seen them play, and hopefully tonight is no different.
On the inbound for the Bulldogs, it's Sims Jr. He'll get that right into his teammate, Jaden Bowles. Bowles guarded by Balcom. Fires it out to Carter, and he'll take that right back. Jalen Jeter puts one up. He can't come down with it. Looks for a putback from Tavion Carter, can't come down with it. And that's almost boarded by Carter again. Now Carter's got it. He gives it to Sims. Deep 3! No good. Switches right out. And almost a very, very, very deep basket for Reed Sims Jr.
I can't believe that didn't go in. It went everywhere but in.
Looking like Kawhi Leonard's shot just couldn't come in. Jaden Bowles on the inbound for the Bulldogs. Sims, crossover, cross back, over guarded by White. He'll kick it out to Jeter. Jeter drives inside. He's got a lane. He'll take it. He'll put one up. And he's got another 2. Count it. McKinley 23. GlenOak 14. Jeter's got 9 on the night. Zerger in the corner now on his side. GlenOak ball. He'll drive in. But it looks like that ball's tipped out. Ends up in the hands of Kidden Balcom. And that's going to go right back into the hands of the Golden Eagles. Bryce Broom on the inbound.
Yeah, that's going to be a foul on McKinley. And that's going to be on Javion Carter, his first foul. Only the second foul in the game tonight. Kind of like to see that in a game, between two really good teams. Don't make it a free throw contest.
White guarded by Bowles. on the left side. Wings his way in, spins around. Ball stolen by Sims Jr., who dribbles it fast on his fingers. Pushes it out to Bowles. Bowles looks to find a lane inside, but he's got Shavers at the three-point line, who can't come down with it. White, it's 3-on-3 now. Ball hands out to Zerger. Zerger puts up a three. No good. It's tipped in, though, by his teammate, Jackson Kendrick, and that's the effect that Kendrick makes on this team.
Yeah, Jackson Kendrick got GlenOak off to their start tonight. Now he's got 7.
Jeter setting up play for the Bulldogs. Bowles lobs it inside to Jeter, who will put up a quick layup, and he'll drum down with it. McKinley 25, GlenOak 16. And another quick layup by Bryce Broom. We're trading back and forth now. McKinley's going to take a timeout. And it looks like Weatherspoon is not pleased, even though his team is up by 7 points. But 7 points, that's not a large amount, Mike. That's a small amount, especially when you can make 2 threes, a couple of layups, and you're in. You're good. You're set.
No, I think he took that timeout because that looked a little bit too easy for GlenOak. Easy 2 for Bryce Broom, his first points of the night. Not accustomed to what we've been seeing McKinley play on defense the first couple of times we've seen him this season.
Webster now looking to sub in for McKinley. No more dead air. We got Bryce Broom on the court. He's going to get something. Webster on the inbound, gets it to Bowles. Bowles to Sims, who's guarded by Kendrick. He's got to get it down the court. Now Jeter gets it inside. We're looking at a Tavion Spencer layup. Excuse me, that's Jaden Nelson.
Yeah, too much Zerger in there for him.
Oh, way too much. Bowles has it at the key. Bowles seen a lot more minutes than we saw last week. He looks to be more of a dynamic depth playmaker for the squad. And as I say that, he gets it to Jaden Spencer, who loses it. Hands up in the hands of Jeter. It spins out, boarded by White. GlenOak ball.
Yeah, it could have been an easy 2 there from McKinley, but the ball spins out. And now that'll be a foul on McKinley. Anthony Shavers with 2 fouls, has 2 of the 3 McKinley fouls on the day.
Broom receives the inbound. Lisbon James headed down the court. I got Kendrick right in front of me in the corner. Zerger to James at the key. He'll drive through. Decides, let's go outside. White's got it. Passes it right back to James. He'll drive inside. Ball's almost stolen. Foul on McKinley.
Yeah, that's going to go against Jaden Nelson. Yeah, right. First foul on him tonight.
Jaden Nelson, one heck of a game against Lake. Comes in, more of a bench player. Looks like he's kind of found his way into this lineup.
Yeah, looked like he almost got all ball on there, but they whistled him for the foul.
Driving inside is White. He's guarded, double teamed by Sims and Carter. Coming out is Bryce Broom. He'll look inside, dish it in to Kendrick, and he's got it. Kendrick has 6 on the night. Only a 5-point game now with 4 minutes, 49 seconds to go here in the second. It's McKinley 25, GlenOak 20.
Well, Issa White and Jackson Kendrick, without them tonight, GlenOak would be really in trouble here.
Javion Carter with the ball for McKinley. Gets it out to his teammate. Sims Jr., another deep 3. Bang! Gets it! Reed Sims Jr. jogs his way back as if that was light work for the guy. White double teamed outside to Zerger. Goes in. White blocked by Jaden Nelson. And now quick floater put up by Javion Carter. And Carter, he's got another. Carter finds his 3 points on the night after that 2. And quick basketball being played by both these teams. 4 minutes already left here in the second. We're halfway through the second. And now McKinley, after having a 5-point lead, now brings it up to a 10-point lead in just a matter of 20 seconds.
Yeah, they've reestablished their 10-point lead. And my goodness, Reed Sims, anywhere on the court. That was a deep 3 down there on the right wing. He's got 10 points already. McKinley already with 4 threes tonight.
Bowles is checking in for Carter. Carter didn't really look like we saw a lot of him. I feel like his minutes are a bit limited considering he played a lot of basketball on Friday. Broom's got it at the logo. He'll step over. He's guarded by Bowles. Corner in to James.
Boy, McKinley doing a really good job of denying Zerger. He hasn't gotten many looks tonight.
And Jackson Kendrick, impressive layup in the paint. He's guarded by 2 guys, puts it up anyways. Bowles now has it for McKinley. And they're going to put one up, but it looks like we're going to have a foul now on Lisbon James. His first of the night. Team first.
Now we talked about Bryce Broom and Reese Zerger. McKinley's held them to a combined 2 points so far.
Reed Sims Jr. pump fake, pump in, pump out. He's got another. Go to the gas station, Reed.
3 threes on the night for him, 13 points.
Bryce Broom with it now for GlenOak. Hands it over to James, who will hand it right back, it looks like now. Lob over. Ball's almost stolen by Sims, but Bryce has it a lane inside. He'll take that out to Kendrick. Kendrick now looking on the left side, kicking it up to James, and James has a look. Crossover, cross in, layup, off the backboard. He's got it.
Oh, nice strong move by Lisbon James. He's a thrower on GlenOak's track team, and he showed his strength in there.
Jalen Jeter now for the Bulldogs. He's guarded. Put back up by Ed Webster. Bryce Broom with the ball now for GlenOak. He'll look inside for White. White's by himself. Quick jump step and a hop. Can't come down with it. Zerger, his tall stature, gets blocked by Reed Sims. Sims 6'5". He's got a lot of room to grow.
Yeah, first look, I think, inside by Zerger, and Sims is able there to deny him.
And it looks like Bryce Broom, that's actually Jackson Kendrick trying to take a charge. Doesn't come with it, and he gets fouled at the hip.
That'll be the first foul on Ed Webster. That'll be the first foul on Jackson Kendrick, for GlenOak.
Zerger now off the court for GlenOak. Sims has it again. He's guarded by White. White has played some physical basketball tonight. Not physical enough for Sims as he'll run that in. Outside to Jeter. Get it! Knocks it in. Another 3 for McKinley. McKinley's perimeter shooting has been lethal. A 14-point lead now for the Bulldogs. It's McKinley 38, GlenOak 24. 2 minutes left to go here in the second.
Boy, what a night Jeter's had so far tonight. 14 points.
Elliot Devin kicks it outside to Broom. Kendrick can't come down with it after the rebound. Ball's out of bounds.
Well, with 1:47 left to go here in the first half, really important time for GlenOak here. We saw Green, unfortunately, at the end of a quarter last night. Things kind of unraveled for them. Hoover was able to build on to what was a big lead by getting some extra possessions.
Caden Balcom now driving in. He's got White. White takes it with his right. Lob over to Broom. Broom guarded by Bowles on that right side. Looks like he's got Balcom open for a 3. Decides not to use it. He'll drive underneath. He'll put one up anyways. No good, but he'll come down with a foul.
Yeah, that'll be on Reed Sims Jr., his first foul tonight. And Bryce Broom will go into the free throw line, shooting 2 for GlenOak.
Broom can't come down with it. He misses his first. For McKinley, they've always had they've had a problem, and we saw it against Lake. They come in and get the bonus for the other team way too early. I mean, they're fouling a lot, they're fouling hard, but they're still making up points to compete. So is this the game plan, game style that they can come with, and it'll work? Another 3 put up by McKinley. Can't come down. Bryce Broom tries to rebound it. Jeter goes back up, and a conversion from Bryce Broom looks to be points for McKinley as Jalen Jeter comes down with an open 2. Ball's out of bounds right in front of us. Jeter is down. He comes back up off of the rebound.
Boy, Jeter doing everything tonight for McKinley. 16 points, and then great hustle here on defense in front of us. Almost forcing a turnover, but the ball GlenOak maintains possession.
Excuse me, sorry. Now we have Bryce Broom on the inbound. It finds its way back to White, who's on the perimeter. He's on the left side. Looks to go inside. That's to Ryan Zerger. Zerger, the other Zerger on this McKinley squad. It's a White 3-ball. Unsuccessful, as that's going to be an air ball. Kicked back out. Ed Webster on the inbound for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, quiet second quarter for Issa White after a great start, 10 first quarter points. And McKinley looking to build on a 40-25 lead here in the final minute.
Now 42 seconds left to go. Bryce Broom tips the ball out. That's going to go into the hands of him. And now we've got a ball stolen by Jaden Carter. Reed Sims Jr. almost tips it out, looking like Michael Jackson on the baseline. Mike. Moonwalking. Bulls fouled by Broom. That'll be McKinley's third.
Yeah, the GlenOak third foul here. No free throws yet from McKinley. 23.2 seconds left. Okay, the way things are going for McKinley tonight, a Jeter 3, a Sims 3 at the end of this quarter.
Everybody's firing away from the perimeter. Bulls now has it on his side of the half court. He's guarded by Justin Williams. Sims has it at the key. He'll put up a quick 3. That looks not to be good. Rebounded. Tough shot from Reed Sims. Can't come down with it. White's got a 3. He'll take it. Contested. Bang! Gets it. That is my second bang on the night for a good reason. Ball's put up at the end by Bulls, and that's going to go off the backboard. And that's going to bring us to halftime. Mike, we're at halftime. McKinley, 40. GlenOak, 28. They look to cut into that 10-point lead that they had earlier in the game, or a 10-point deficit that they had earlier in the game. And to think that this was a 5-point game earlier in the second, now to become a 12-point lead for McKinley, just shows you how capable they are of turning things around real quick.
Well, I meant to say the half would end on an Issa White 3, not a McKinley 3. But Issa White, 13 points tonight for GlenOak. If GlenOak could get Broom and Zerger involved here in the second half, they have a chance to come back in this game. McKinley playing really well again for the second straight game. 40 first half points, and it's been a balanced effort. Jeter with a big night, Sims with a big night, Carter with a couple of baskets. So, it's an uphill climb for GlenOak, but we'll see what they can do.
And we'll see what they can do right after this. We're going to take a quick break since it is halftime. This is Mike Popovich from McKinley Repository and Aiden Brueck signing out for your first half of action from The Letter Live.
All right, this is Mike Popovich back here at GlenOak, where at halftime the McKinley Bulldogs lead the GlenOak Golden Eagles by a score of 40-28. McKinley led 10-0 early in the game. They led 21-14 at the end of the first quarter. GlenOak was able to cut the lead down to as low as 5, but McKinley's been able to expand the lead to 40-28 at halftime. Looking at the scoring in the first half for McKinley, Javion Carter with 5 points, Anthony Shavers with 2 points, Jalen Jeter with a team-high 16 points, Ed Webster with 2 points, and Reed Sims Jr. with 13 points. And looking at the scoring for GlenOak, Bryce Broom with 3 points, Jackson Kendrick with 11, Lisbon James with 4 points, and Issa White had 13 points. So once again at halftime, McKinley leads GlenOak by the score of 40-28. Aiden Brueck and I will be back with the second half action in just a few minutes.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Letter Live here from GlenOak High School. This is Aiden Brueck and Mike Popovich from the McKinley Repository coming to you live, like I said, from GlenOak High School. We're in the gymnasium now. Bryce Broom carrying the ball now for the Golden Eagles. It is a 12-point deficit for the Golden Eagles now as Zerger takes it over to Kendrick. Kendrick hands it off to White. White inside to James. James, quick layup. Sorry about that. Had to go a little play-by-play. Listen, Mike, this has been a very, very fast-paced game on both ends of the court, but McKinley just seems to be pulling away with it more and more as this game goes on.
Yeah, McKinley got off to a fast start. GlenOak cut it to 5 points, and there's almost a basket by Reed Sims. GlenOak needs to keep its composure, maybe get Broom and Zerger involved in the game here in the second half. They might have a chance.
And Kendrick now with the ball inside the hoop. That's the most descriptive way I could put it.
Kendrick being a big factor tonight for GlenOak to keep him in it.
White on Sims. Broom on Jeter. Hard foul. Big collision.
Boy, Broom's going to get the foul there for GlenOak, but it looked like he took the worst end of that.
Seems like it. No concussion, so probably. Sims Jr. on the inbound for the Bulldogs. He'll probably, I mean, my guess is that he'll either get this to Jeter, or... Yep, he got it to Jeter. I was right. Anyway, Sims Jr. takes it over now at the logo. Hands it off to Jeter. Screens by with Shavers. Shavers, haven't seen a lot of him tonight, but he'll hand that off to Sims now. Shavers sets a screen for his boy. In the corner, it's Reed. Sims Jr. looking to spin around. Jumper. Shavers puts one up and in. Can't get it, though. He'll cut a hard foul, hard down on the hardwood floor, and I just lost my words there. But White dribbles it again, and he'll fall on the hardwood floor again. The hardwood classic, they really took that to heart.
Taking some hard knocks on this floor, aren't they?
Yeah. Hard falls, hard fouls, hard
knocks.
Hard knocks. Yeah, there you go. Broom on the inbound. He's got to lob it up. That's going to end up in the hands of Kendrick. Now Kendrick looks outside to White. White's got a three. Decides not to take it. He'll drive inside. He's in the paint. Blocked out. Gets it back after a bobble by Zerger, and he'll get a quick two. Only a 6-point lead now for McKinley, opposed to their 12.
Yeah, Sean Weatherspoon's going to take a timeout here again as GlenOak with the first 6 points here in the second half. And it's a ball game now.
It's been a ball game the entire time, Mike. I mean, I had my doubts, but I see it now. And GlenOak really coming in strong, especially off of these quick, very, very aggressive plays inside the paint. That's where they've gotten the majority of their points tonight. Bryce Broom hasn't really been able to do it inside, but they're lucky. Because they got Issa White and Zerger, who actually has 0, but he's gotten all the boards for him tonight. And then you got Lisbon James, who's had a great game. And then you Jackson Kendrick. So GlenOak very spread out in their game today, but McKinley just a little bit more spread out than we originally thought. Thought this was going to be the Reed Sims show. It's not.
No,
it's the Chambers show.
No, definitely McKinley's not all about Reed Sims. They've got some quality guys in their lineup, and they're showing that tonight with some good balance from Jeter and from Carter and Shavers.
Sims on the left side, he'll look to drive in. He's got a line in Kendrick. He'll get the and one, and he flexes to the ref. He's happy about that. Death stare on the line.
Yeah, big basket there by Sims to end this GlenOak run. Has a chance to complete the and one. Jackson Kendrick's second foul of the game for GlenOak. Second on the team in the quarter. Reed Sims looking for his 16th point, and he gets it.
He's knocked it. He has 16 points on the night. Like you said, Mike, it is GlenOak 43, McKinley 34. White gets it out to James. Now Broom's got it on the left side. drives through his left, won't kick it out. Instead, he'll try and get that off. It's no good. Turned over. Shavers got it. Now in the hands of Carter. Carter step back, pull up mid-range jumper off the corner of the rim. Rebounded out. Gets it back out to Carter. Now it's in the hands of, looks like Shavers. He won't get it. And after a quick putback by Shavers, he chases his rebound, puts one in. Can't get it, but he'll grab the foul. And what a unique series of events. You wouldn't see that anywhere else.
Well, McKinley very active on the offensive boards to keep that possession alive. Couple of offensive rebounds. Now Anthony Shavers will go to the line shooting 2 from McKinley. After that GlenOak foul.
His first is in. Let's go. Now his second. Carter and Bowles take the positioning that Sims and Webster were at inside the paint for the rebound. They're confident he'll make it. He won't make it, but here back. Now, back for GlenOak. It's White. He's double teamed by Bowles. Bowles, quick steal. He's going to go up. Almost blocked by White, but he'll come down with it. And that's another quick basket. It is a 12-point lead now once more for this McKinley squad, 46-34. Broom's got to lob that up to White. White got to lob it right back to Broom, and they got to get this down the half-court stripe. Broom, crossover, put in. White's got a 3. He'll kick that right back out. Shavers with the steal. Oh, Shavers, let's go and in. But that's Wash. Shavers, crazy dunk. He's got it, but that's going to be a foul on the reach-in.
That's going to be on Bryce Broom, his third. McKinley sensing that they maybe be able to take control of this game, up the pressure a little bit on that last GlenOak possession, have forced a couple of turnovers. Now the chance to expand on their 12-point lead.
Carter in the corner for McKinley now after it's being set up by Sims. That is Ed Webster outside. We've got Tavion Spencer in the game now for the Bulldogs, as well as Jaden Bowles. He'll put up a quick mid-range jumper. Can't come down with it. And now, dribbling down the court, it's White. He looks to kick that out side to Kendrick, and he'll lob that right back up. In stride pass, falls awry. Bowles hands it inside, and that's blocked. He took a hard fall coming out. And it looks like Bowles really wanted that basket, and he had Carter wide open underneath the rim, but he took it out instead of taking it in.
Yeah, it was just a wild pass by GlenOak down there as McKinley retains possession. I think that's 3 straight turnovers by GlenOak on 3 consecutive possessions.
Carter driving under, gets right past Thompson.
That's going to be a foul on GlenOak. That's going to be on Elliot Davin. Bad news for the Golden Eagles now. They're over the limit. Free throws coming for McKinley.
More free throws now. Already 4 minutes into the third. McKinley's got the bonus. Usually on the opposite side of it. Webster knocks down his first.
Well, this is where you got to, if you have a chance to control the game and maybe put GlenOak away at the free throw line, McKinley's got to convert here.
He gets his second. GlenOak's got to get some points on the board, obviously. Unstated, doesn't need to be. Elliot Davin has it on the right side. He'll look to take it up himself. Can't get the N1, but he'll get a foul shot, looks like. Not sure what he was trying to go for there, but he did have his teammate outside in Balcombe on the corner.
That's going to be a second foul on McKinley's Tavion Spencer, second foul on McKinley, but at least GlenOak will get some free throws out of this with Elliot Davin going to the line.
Davin's first. Cocks back, puts it in, naps it. 13-point lead now for McKinley. That's going to be Davin's first points on the night. His second free throw goes right in. He's got 2 on the night now. Shavers on the inbound to Webster. Webster's guarded closely. Has to get it to Carter. Carter on the inside. He'll look to put up a quick reverse layup. Rebounded by Tavion Spencer. And then grabbed by Webster. And he'll put up a quick 2. Now, McKinley, 50-point threshold. Hit it a little bit slower than they had at that late game, but they still hit it nonetheless. 14-point lead now for McKinley. 3 put up by Caden Balcombe. Won't come down with it, and Zerger gets the board. Comes down with a foul.
Yeah, Zerger with an opportunity to possibly get his first points of the night at the free throw line. Javion Carter gets the foul for McKinley, and that's his third.
Zerger at the foul stripe. He'll get 2. Gets his first one. Zerger, those are his first points on the night, Mike.
Yeah, and this is only his third and fourth free throws of the season. 1 of 2 from the line entering the game.
His second rolls in, and we're going to have a substitution now for GlenOak as Zerger comes right back out. Kendrick's in for Zerger.
Well, if you're GlenOak, still plenty of time left in this game. 3 minutes, 30 seconds to go in the third quarter.
Intercepted by White and puts it in for the layup, Mike. That interception was about as hard hitting as the interruption that I just had on you.
Well, that's what you need. You know, possessions like that. Quick turnover and points. GlenOak's able to shave 6 points off that deficit, back within 10.
There's 11 points, or excuse me, not 11 points, 11 minutes left to play in this game, but Tavion Spencer headed to the line for McKinley after a hard foul on the side. His first rolls in.
Yeah, first points of the night for Spencer. 7 McKinley players already in the scorebook.
Tavion Spencer's second. Flicks his wrist. Off the rim. The underside, rebounded by Kendrick. And James passes this down to, White. And White inside. That's Elliot Devan with a quick 2 in the layup line. Ball tries to get up with a lob to Tavion Spencer from Sims, and that is Sims' first time back in the game after he was subbed out early in the third.
Oh, it's an opening here for GlenOak. Down within 9. Couple of empty possessions for McKinley.
James kicks it out to Kendrick. Kendrick outside the light. And now on the perimeter, it's Davon. Jab step. What do you got? Kick it out. Balcombe tries to cut it inside. He won't come down with it. And coming out for the GlenOak Golden Eagles now is Jackson Kendrick. If I were GlenOak, I'd keep Kendrick in. He's been electric all night. I mean...
Yeah, he got them rolling after they fell behind 10-0.
I'm not sure I agree with that. Nonetheless, Jalen Jeter gets it to Tavion Spencer. Spencer posts up. Rebounded by Davon. Going down the court now. James has it at the key. He'll hand it over to Zerger, who goes inside. He'll get another quick 2. Zerger coming in clutch late.
Yeah, first basket of the night for Zerger. 4 points on the night for him. GlenOak back to within 7.
Shavers tries to go inside to Tavion Spencer, and that's going to be a kickball.
You played kickball in gym?
I do play kickball. Well, actually, I don't have to take gym anymore.
Back in the day, though.
Back in the day. Well, in my intermediate school years, Mr. Larson, he was my PE teacher, and he played a game called Harry Kickball where we played with mats, and we had to go around the bases twice, similar to like what McKinley's doing now with all this rotation. Now, Issa White drives down the court, dishes it off to Zerger. Zerger, and 1. He's got another.
Boy, Zerger getting involved in the game offensively here in the third quarter. And just like that, GlenOak has a chance to get this within 4.
Now, GlenOak at the line. Zerger's got it. Mike, now that we're back on camera, I just wanted to say... Sorry,
I didn't know that.
Zerger's got it. We were going to say, Thank you guys for watching tonight. We just wanted to say a big special thank you to the Federal League ADs who made this possible for us tonight. Let's get back to the action. Now at the key is Bowles. He's guarded by James. Outside to Sims Jr. Guarded by White. Sims dishes it right back out to Bowles, and that's going to be a reset on the McKinley side of the ball. Chavers gets a quick jump ball, and now that goes into the hands of Jeter. Jeter driving in, driving out. He puts up a real quick floater, gets his own rebound, puts it in, and one. Tough layup for the kid right there, and he's going to come down with it. He's headed to the foul stripe.
Well, yeah, tough layup, as you said. He had to deal with Zerger, and Caden Balcom, the 6'3 sophomore forward, is able to convert, looking to get the and one. Give McKinley a little bit of separation after GlenOak was able to get within 4.
Jeter makes it. That is 7-point lead for McKinley now. McKinley 54, GlenOak 47. 1 minute, 18 seconds left to go here in the third.
19-point night for Jalen Jeter to lead McKinley.
Now James dribbles with his right. He goes, spins around, mid-range jumper, ball slips out of his hands, bad jump shot. He'll come down with his own board, and he'll go back up and gets the lay.
Boy, that was great hustle by James. Great fight inside to get the basket.
Jeter tries to put one up, and that's put up back by Ed Webster. Now James has it for GlenOak once more. It is a 7-point lead for McKinley now, and it looks like they kind of got jumbled up, but they were able to make some type of effort in transition. White kicks it out. Kendrick from 3! Off the backboard. Zerger's got the board, resists the steal, puts one up on the post, and he's got another. Zerger, big quarter. He already has 9 already in the third quarter. It is a 5-point game now for GlenOak and McKinley. Reed Sims crosses up. That's going to end up in the hands of McKinley.
Well, Reese Zerger just been so effective for GlenOak here in the quarter. As you said, all 9 of his points coming into the quarter. He's starting to get going. He's helping his team get back into this game. And entering the fourth quarter, no matter what happens here, they're going to be within striking distance.
Striking distance they're within. But not after that made free throw by Sims. It's a 6-point game now. If he makes this, they're back where they started. It's another 7-point lead for the Bulldogs. With 14 seconds to go here in the third, it's McKinley 57, GlenOak 51. Second shot from Sims goes in, and who would have ever doubted his free throw shot ability? Who would ever doubt it?
Not I.
Not me. Elliot Davon has it for GlenOak now. Goes behind his back. He's guarded by Bowles. Kicks it out to Zerger. Zerger, deep 3! Don't give it to him, but White comes in, and that's blocked outside by Davon. Tries to go up for a layup and can't come down with it. 7-point lead still for McKinley in the fourth.
Well, we're going to go on camera?
You want to go on camera, Mike?
Let's go on camera.
Let's go on camera,
I'm
Mike.
Be prepared this time. I looked the last time we were on camera, it's like, oh my God, I'm there.
Anyways, we are back. Like I was saying before, I was rudely interrupted by the basketball game that we're actually covering. Big shout out to the Federal League ADs. Big shout out to the Federal League Commissioner. He's right behind us.
Terry Peterson.
Terry Peterson, if you're listening, you're not, because you're right up, right there. Big thanks to Terry Peterson letting us be here tonight. He gave us a thumbs up.
But we mentioned this in another game that we had a meeting with the Federal League athletic directors to want to do these games because eventually they do have a rights fee, and we're doing this as a not-for-profit situation, as an educational tool for you. And starting in January, I'm going to be doing probably several Federal League games, so if we can still do these Federal League games past December and me being there to write them as well, it would work out well for both of us.
Be perfect. Anyways, now taking back the court, McKinley, GlenOak back to play some basketball. 58-51 at the start of the fourth. It's a 7-point deficit for the Golden Eagles now as they work their way back up from a 14-point deficit at the half. Bowles has it, gives it over to Sims. Sims back to Bowles. Bowles at the key. He's got Sims in the corner, decides to go to Chambers inside. Chambers roll around. Bryce Broom with the rebound. And Bryce, smaller in stature, but still comes up with the board. Broom, quick down. Zerger 3, jab step inside. It's Zerger, puts one up, blocked by Sims. That ball's chucked to the other side. Ed Webster's got it, and he puts up a quick 2. Bryce Broom on the chase down isn't successful. And that is Zerger on the inbound to Broom. White's got it now on the right side. Fast-paced basketball. Kendrick from 3. Bryce Broom's got it. Deep 3, misses the mark off the front of the rim there. And Sims gets the rebound. And McKinley now 9-point lead. Bulls drives inside. He's guarded by Zerger. Gets the foul. Ball lands right back in his hands. He's headed to the foul stripe.
Well, GlenOak's had an opportunity entering this quarter, only down by 7. McKinley looking really to kind of regain control here as Jaden Bowles goes to the free throw line. Makes the first. Ed Webster with that last basket. McKinley, his 10th point of the night. 3 Bulldogs in double figures.
Bowles' second isn't successful, and that's going to end up in the hands of James, who gets it to Broom. Broom inside to Kendrick. He's got a lane. He'll take it up and in, off the post. A big 2 layup from Jackson Kendrick. Ball's almost poked out by Bryce Broom. Will go in the corner to Webster. Webster, jab step. No charge taken by Kendrick. He'll get his own board, and that ball's going to come down. White, out of bounds. Going to go into the hands of McKinley now.
Well, they're going to nail Jackson Kendrick with the foul. I think he might have gotten all ball there, trying to reach in to try to force a turnover, but he picks up his 3rd foul.
Bowles on the inbound, gets it to Sims. Sims, quick jumper, misses the mark. James has it now. Double team. Ball's plucked out by Jeter. Mike, that ball came very suspiciously close to us. I was really hoping we'd get another shot at it. We got 3 shots at the ball, or with the ball, during that ladies' game. I was really close to chucking up a 3, seeing if I still had my 3rd grade rookie rec league basketball skills in me.
Well, since I know how to work the camera, I'll turn it on if you ever get a ball in a game again.
Oh my gosh,
So
maybe
I can
after
see
the
you
game I'll
do
put
that.
up a 3. Bryce has it. Timeout. Or excuse me, it looked like he might have stepped back. Backcourt violation.
Yeah, that looked like it from here. We're sitting on a corner here at GlenOak. But you've done a great job, even though we're sitting on a corner. I don't know how many corners you broadcast the
I got
games
obstructed
from.
views, but still, no obstructed views on YouTube. Shavers has it. Hands it off to Bryce Broom. He trips off himself. It's a chase down for the ball. And now resetting, Kendrick's got to get back down the court. Shavers looks to go behind his back, drives through the paint, Spinaroonie, foul on, foul out, wishy-washy. Now, Javion Carter coming back in for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, they're going to get that foul on Reese Zerger for GlenOak, his 2nd. Team 3rd on the Golden Eagles here in the quarter. 6:01 to go. GlenOak with the McKinley with the 61-53 lead.
Bowles on the inbound, gets it inside to Webster. Webster can't find the roll-in off his fingers. Ball's stolen by Bowles. He'll go back up. Blocked by Kendrick. And it's a 2-on-2. Bryce Broom hands it off. It's a 3 from White. Let it fly. Let it come down. Zerger gets the board and puts it back in. I thought that was going to be call in the air, but Zerger successfully saves the clip. Coming inside, it's Carter. He goes back out. And now we need to look inside. Kendrick's got it. Resets. Carter at the key. Has a nice ring to it. He'll cross over. Guarded by James. Inside, Sims. Reverse layup. Quick in for the kid. He's got another. Reed Sims Jr., he's got 20 on the night. 63-55. McKinley. Zerger tries to post up inside. White looking for another 3. Decides to get that right back out to Zerger, and ball's tipped out. GlenOak ball after that is touched by Ed Webster before it went out. And now Sims coming out before the last 5 minutes of the game, looking to get a drink of water before he gets his solid final minutes.
Well, every time GlenOak tries to chip away, McKinley always seems to have an answer. That time down court by Sims, 20 points on the night for Reed Sims Jr.
James inbounds it to Bryce. It's a lob up. He's guarded by Bowles, and we're looking at the right side, right corner. Nowhere home, nowhere close to the ball. He'll take it with his left. Tries to go outside. He's got White. Looking inside, Issa White drives up. Ball's almost stolen by Bowles. It's a one-on-one. Tough layup. He gets it. Another 6-point deficit now for GlenOak. It was 7, now it's 15. Ball's taken out, and Jalen Jeter comes down with a foul, and now Reed Sims Jr. back in the game for McKinley. Subbing out for Jaden Bowles.
Now they're going to get Issa White on that foul for GlenOak. His second. Team fourth already for the Golden Eagles, so McKinley will be shooting free throws at the next GlenOak foul.
Reed Sims looking inside. He'll dish that right outside to Carter. Carter at the Eagles logo. He'll cross over, pass out to Sims again, and they'll reset. Looking to waste time. They got a 3 from Chavy. Won't take it. He'll drive in. Ball's blocked. Instead, finds its way in off its tip. Bryce Broom fouled. That's going to be another foul on McKinley, sending it back.
Well, Anthony Shavers with some grunt work on that possession. We saw against Lake some flashy dunks, but he takes it strong inside there to help McKinley regain an 8-point lead.
Still, McKinley 65, GlenOak 57. GlenOak just can't hang on to these gaps that they're trying to close. They got 4 minutes, 8 seconds to do it for 8 points. Bryce Broom, crossover, loses it. Sims has it now. Chased down by Kendrick. He'll get it inside to Ed Webster. And Webster's got 14 on the night. Issa White driving it in for GlenOak. He's guarded by Bowles. Kicks it out to Zerger. And now White has it right on that right perimeter. Stacked on the right for GlenOak. Step back. Zerger cuts inside. It looks like White almost stepped outside, but James is going to reset on the key. Zerger screens inside. It's James. He'll low in. Won't get his own board. Board's gotten by Shavers, excuse me. And now, Javion Carter with a quick layup for McKinley. A 12-point lead now for McKinley.
Yeah, danger time here for GlenOak. Got it down to 6. McKinley's back up by 12. Just over 3 minutes to go.
Bryce Broom crosses over, gets it to White in the corner, puts up a 3. No go. Reed with the rebound, passes it down to Shavers.
Yeah, they're going to get Shavers there with the offensive foul, leading in with the arm. That's his third. Now Rick Harrison going to take a timeout here. 3 minutes to go. McKinley up 69-57. Almost must possession or must score time on most of these possessions for GlenOak.
I mean, GlenOak's got to make something happen. You're down 12 with 3 minutes to go. You got to average 4 points a minute. If you can get that done, simple math, you can get right back into this game. It's like Scott Steiner once said in his TNA promo that he had in 2008. You wouldn't understand, Mike. I understand.
I wouldn't?
You wouldn't understand. You don't know. Do you know who Scott Steiner is?
No.
Exactly.
Explain.
It's quick math. It's just percentiles.
Okay.
Anyways, now 12-point deficit for the GlenOak Golden Eagles. I mean, Mike, they're coming back onto the court, but it looks like they got some type of plan. If you can get this ball inside the post of Zerger, you could get 12 points out of him pretty easily. You just got to make sure you can shut down Reed Sims and everybody who comes with it in that package. That is McKinley.
Yeah, Zerger had a big third quarter, had a big hand in leading the Golden Eagles back into this game. But with 3 minutes to go, down 12, they almost have to score every time they come down the court. And making up a 12-point deficit against a talented McKinley team, that's going to be a tall order.
Flo gets a towel out for the refs.
You know, older people are the ones who's supposed to say, you don't understand.
I understand. I understand, Mike.
I've learned a lot from you, bro.
You're trying. It looks like now McKinley against GlenOak. Now McKinley up 12, 69-57. James in for GlenOak now. He's going to kick that ball out to Davon. Instead, takes it himself. Reed Sims Jr. with the rebound. Almost fouled by Broom. Broom gets another foul on it, and he'll head back to the foul stripe.
Yeah, GlenOak over the limit right now. And McKinley with a chance to add on to a 12-point lead, kind of trying to seize control of this game at last. They had a couple of chances to do that in the second half, but GlenOak's been able to make a run, but kind of a dry spell here for GlenOak. I believe McKinley's on an 8-0 run as we speak.
Looks like now they're cleaning the ball off. Good on the refs. They've been doing a great job tonight. Haven't really called a lot, but they've called enough to make this a closer game.
You know, one of them asked us where we were from, and he says his mom likes to listen to the broadcast of games that he refs.
If it works, it works.
We didn't get his name, and we didn't tell him where we were from.
But he understands, I guess. Sims Jr. now at the line. He got his first one. McKinley now on the 70-point threshold. He'll switch his second. McKinley 71. GlenOak 57. 14-point deficit now for the Golden Eagles.
Well, Mom,
Elliot
your son
Davon.
is doing a good job. Sorry about that.
Davon gets it to Broom. He's guarded by Carter. And now Zerger on the outside gets it inside to Broom. He dishes it out to Kendrick. Kendrick puts one up and in. He's got another 12-point deficit now for GlenOak. Ball's lobbed up to Shavers, and he'll look to stop around, pivot foot. Carter's got it now. Broom guarding Reed Sims. Going inside, it's Carter off the backboard, and he's got one. Doesn't get the foul call he wants, but now 14 points up once more for this McKinley squad. Kendrick, quick inbound. Bryce Broom drives inside. He won't charge.
Yeah, right. Javion Carter gets the foul for McKinley. His fourth, team third on the Bulldogs. 2:01 to go. McKinley up by 14.
Inbounded to Zerger. He's got it at the key. Drops it off to James. James inside to Broom. A quick layup and one. Another tough layup in this game tonight.
Boy, that was almost a perfect situation here for GlenOak. If you're trying to make a comeback here, trying to get the add and one to get within 11, Javion Carter fouls out of the game for McKinley.
That's right, Javion Carter is out. Broom's free throw goes awry and ends up in the hands right back into him, and that ball is going to go out. It's McKinley ball.
Yeah, Bryce Broom didn't get possession on that rebound enough to where if he was trapped, he could call a timeout. But McKinley gets the ball back.
Inbounded to Sims. In stride to Bowles. Bowles at the three-point line. He'll cross over. Mid-range jumper. He's got it. Broom now with the ball for GlenOak. He'll probably pull up here. He wants to do it himself. Kicks it out to Kendrick. Kendrick screens over to the left. James has it. James looking for a cut under. Gets it to Broom. Broom puts up a three. Off the front of the rim. No good. And Broom going 1 for 3 average in his three-pointer shot. Sims Jr., he's alone. Backwards pass to Chambers. Put up a three. Air ball. Rebounded by Zerger. Ball's intercepted by Bowles. And now with 14 points down, it looks like GlenOak not playing as hard as they were earlier in this game.
Well, McKinley really, not trying to run the clock out on those last couple of possessions. Still being aggressive. Got the basket by Bowles on one of the possessions. And now Bowles is going to go back to the free throw line to try to put a bow on this one for McKinley.
All right, Bowles, let's go 2 for 2.
McKinley pretty effective at the line tonight. Bolts makes his first.
His second goes up and in. McKinley on fire with their free throws tonight. 77 points now for McKinley, 77-61. McKinley, commanding game now. Bryce Broom tries to go in and out. He won't find his teammate. Instead, going down, it's Jalen Jeter, tipped back in. Spinning around off the tip in. Chambers won't get it.
Yeah, offensive goal interference on McKinley. 77 points for McKinley in 2 straight games. Have a chance to maybe get more here, but they have really exploded.
Bryce Broom pivots inside, finds a lane. Instead, that's going to be a foul.
Well, some words being exchanged. A lot of talking, mostly down in that sequence down there. Both coaches doing a good job of getting their players back to their respective huddles. Now, you don't want anything to explode.
No, you don't. The refs are doing a good job of commanding this game. Like we were saying earlier, they've got good control over it. Playing pretty fairly on both sides of the ball. I mean, 5 fouls to 4 fouls are calling it fairly evenly. I can't imagine there's going to be anything crazy that goes on with 39.5 seconds left to go here in the fourth.
Yeah, if anything, the very worst here, we might just have a double technical on both sides. Referees discussing what they're doing with the official score.
Let's talk about where we're going next, Mike. Because I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to South Carolina.
The jealous look on my face.
He's very jealous. He's very jealous.
I hope you have a great time, bro.
Louisville going to have a big day, or big days ahead of them during a tournament that they're going to have in San Diego coming up at the end of the year. In terms of pre-Christmas basketball, this is going to be about the last you get until done firing.
Yeah, we were talking about maybe after Christmas is next weekend at the Memorial Fieldhouse is the shot clock shootout, and McKinley has a couple of games there that we were talking about looking into. One game against Gilmore Academy on Saturday and St. Ignatius on Sunday. So those are games we're looking at, and you know, we got plenty of basketball left in the season to look at. But safe travels to you, safe travels to Louisville. You've got that look on your face.
I do. I'm very excited.
I hope you have a good time, man.
Bryce Broom gets his first free throw made of the night. And he'll go down. Ball's plucked out by Kendrick. With 31.8 seconds to go, McKinley 15-point lead over GlenOak. You think this was a 5-point game at one point.
Well, we've really gotten to see some really good play out of McKinley, really good play out of Louisville as Bryce Broom gets the steal and layup for GlenOak.
And as you were saying that, Mike, Bryce Broom gets another layup for McKinley, adding to his stats a little bit. Tavion Spencer dribbles it up the court. He'll carry it back for McKinley with 7 seconds to go. Ball stolen once more. Tavion Carter, backcourt violation. GlenOak ball.
We've seen good play out of Hoover the couple of times that we've seen them. And the one time we didn't see them, they had a big win over St. Ed's. So looking forward to seeing what the rest of the season brings us.
And finally, Lisbon James puts up a quick 3 at the end of regulation. Buzzer beater to cut the lead down to 10, but McKinley, with no time left, leads GlenOak by 10. It's McKinley 77, GlenOak 67.
Yeah, McKinley starts the game off with a 10-point lead, 10-0, and that's the way they finish it. GlenOak was able to make a couple of rallies during the game as we're back on camera.
We're back on camera now.
We're back on camera. Got within 4 at one time. Resurger, big third quarter. for them, but McKinley is able to take control. Well-balanced scoring for them tonight. We saw that against Lake. We saw that tonight. 4 guys in double figures. McKinley off to a great start this season.
Yeah, now, Mike, we're going to toss it back over to you after a short break that we're going to have so we can go rally up the troops for a quick interview post-game from the Letter Live. Thank you.
Well, Mike Popovich here back at GlenOak, where the Golden Eagles and McKinley Bulldogs squared off tonight. And it was the McKinley Bulldogs with a 77-67 win over GlenOak. Let's look at the scoring in tonight's game. Unofficially, for McKinley, Javion Carter with 19 points, Anthony Chavers with 7, Jalen Jeter with 19 points, Ed Webster with 14, Jaden Bowles with 7, and Reed Sims with a team-high 22 points for the Bulldogs, and Tavion Spencer with 1 point. For the GlenOak Golden Eagles, Elliot Devon with 4 points, Bryce Broom with 8, Jackson Kendrick had 14 points, Lisbon James with 11 points. Issa White had a team-high 19 points for GlenOak. And Reese Zerger with 11 points. He scored 9 points in the third quarter to help GlenOak get back into the game. They got back to within 4 points at one time, but McKinley was able to pull away. McKinley led 10-0 at the start of the game, 21-14 at the end of the first quarter, 40-28 at halftime, 58-51 at the end of 3, and McKinley wins 77-67. Now, Aiden Brueck and I will be back in a few minutes with hopefully a post-game interview, so stand by. We will return shortly.
Rod Wave Elite. You know about them, yeah.
I know Rod Wave. All right. You want to come back here? You're going to be on this set?
Sit down.
You can't sit down if you want.
All right, I'm staying.
All right, you good? You good? Hello, everybody. We are back live from GlenOak. I mean, what a game from you guys. You got 3 guys within double digits. I mean, what more could you ask for?
There's not much you can ask for. My team came out and played hard today, and we worked hard at practice this week, and we came out and produced.
Yeah, I mean, coming out in layup lines, don't see a lot of these flashy dunks, but you go in a game, you guys are electric. I mean, how does that come out in practice?
We just big on actually warming up hard, starting off the game hard, because we started off the game a lot last year slow, so that was a big thing coming into this year. We worked on starting the game strong.
Yeah, I mean, high-scoring affairs for you guys here, but, I mean, you guys come out, drop 70 on Lake, you come here, drop 70 on GlenOak. I mean, is your goal to drop so many points on all these Federal League teams? I mean, you guys got it.
Yeah, our goal is to score at least 70, 80 points a game as a team. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And so, I mean, you said while we were walking over here, you know, you're headed to college next year. I mean, what's next for you, man?
College. I'm ready to go to college. And we're going to see whatever's best for me towards the end of the year, and I'll be ready for college by then.
I mean, what's next for your team?
We're working on going to state, so you can be ready to see us in Dayton soon.
All right, congratulations.
Yep, thank you.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate you. Welcome back, everybody, to the Letter Live here from GlenOak High School. We just heard from Reed Sims Jr., who dropped 21 on the night after a couple of free throws, drained all of them. He didn't miss a single free throw tonight except for one at the end. I mean, that kid is electric. He's going on to bigger and better things outside of high school basketball. But anyways, big night from Jalen Jeter, big night from, what's his name?
Ed Webster.
Ed Webster. Big night from Javion Carter. Big night from everybody. McKinley came up to play. Okay, and they dropped 70 on these guys. I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean, this McKinley team is one of the best I've seen in all my years of watching high school basketball.
Yeah, 2 solid back-to-back games that they've played against Federal League opponents. It's going to be anxious to see them play with a shot clock.
I'm excited to see them play with a shot clock.
How electric they can be.
I mean, I can only assume they're going to be just fine, because at the rate of play they're playing right now, I think they're going to be just fine.
They don't really need a shot clock, you know, when you think about it. You know, the quick possessions in these games, and you know, like you said, just really electric.
Anyways, that is myself, Aiden Brueck, and Mike Popovich to my left from the Ken Repository, signing out from the Letter Live here from GlenOak High School.
And we hope everybody has a great Christmas.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
See you guys.